Is this the great value Mario? Nah, this is like if Mario went to art school and then realized that Mario had to do art school things and then decided that he didn't want to do those things and instead wanted to make a ROM hack. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of proud that I made a thing. You know, I feel like that's the bottom line. And I did not go back at any point. Like once I picked the songs in version 1, Mocho, I didn't really go back at all and change anything. I do feel like if I was gonna make another hack, I would probably make requests. Like there are people who will do song ports and they're really good. I mean, this is like obviously an example. I feel like one of the things I spent the most time on was picking music that was really sick. I'm not saying that like I have the best taste, but I think I have pretty decent taste when it comes to that shit. Let's get into it. We're gonna do a fresh play. I'm gonna show you everything. I'm gonna try and show you all the secrets, all the good stuff. That's kind of the theory here. To what extent can you edit the sprites with those ROM hacks? You can change pretty much everything. You can change pretty much everything. Like if you wanted to modify Mario, you could... Oh, shit. I didn't do a lot of sprite editing. There's a couple that you'll see that I added, but for the most part, I kind of just skipped that part. I made this when I should have been working on my grad school thesis. And do y'all want the lore here? I managed to work on this for half a semester last year. Like I had critiques about this hack. And there's a part of me that feels kind of bad about that. But in the moment, I legitimately thought that I was going to make it very art school. I ended up not making it super duper art school. I just made a thing that I made what I wanted to make. I made something that I would be proud of, made something that I would love. I'm not sorry. So as far as like gameplay loop goes, hi, thanks for playing my game. Good luck and enjoy. Me. As far as gameplay goes, I sort of assumed that most people would come into what is traditionally Yoshi's house? Yeah, Yoshi's house, excuse me. And come up here, see that it's like weird, and go, oh, there's a pipe. Not everybody did, but that's okay. Not everybody that I saw did. Okay, let's see here. You're late for your first day of class! Hurry up or they might... Wait, this is just a Mario game. You're probably fine. School vibes, because Super Thesis World.
No, I'm not! No, I'm not! I'm not late! No, I'm coming! I got my hall pass.
Oh, shit. I am late. I'm gonna skip the tutorial, but I did make a whole tutorial, and again, this really actually spawned out of thinking that I was going to like maybe put this in like an exhibition or something as like a cheeky addition, but we're gonna have to go through the tutorial later, so we're gonna skip it for now. I am a Kaizo pro. That's not true. Many thought it led to somewhere. Anyone ever make it there unintentionally? Make it where unintentionally? What prompted you to explain super basic things and then not explain how to shell jump? Well, again, the tutorial was kind of a cheeky thing, but I think some people's interpretation of this was like backwards from me. Because in my mind, like the previous room, if you go through the tutorial, says if you can beat this level, you can beat this game. And so then this was meant to be a joke, like oh shit. Because in my mind, I wanted to foreground anything in the game that you might encounter in this level. So like me saying that, being like, if you can beat this level, you can beat the game, and then forcing you to do a shell jump was my attempt at saying, you're gonna need to know how to shell jump to beat this hack, which like this is a very like beginner / intermediate hack. compared to like some of the hacks that are out there that are just bonkers. But that's a different story. Oh, the Yoshi house pipe. Yeah, nobody made it there unintentionally. I feel like you have to pretty intentionally solve the puzzle that we're gonna see to get there. Okay, first level. A lot of people felt like this level was just bad, which is totally fair. This water is treacherous. Don't fall in. And then you can die to fix the water. This is just like a janky setup. Like making the water kill you, but not doing it with the actual water, like doing it with just death dirt that's invisible. Just kind of janky. So, totally fair. Okay. It was also really interesting. A lot of people had different setups for these different sections. And that's where playtesting is just so useful. Should have done playtesting. Levels are also in the order you made them, are they not? Yes. Yeah, and I feel like you can tell. There was actually a message block in one of the levels at one point that said, "This is the first level I ever made. Can you tell? Because I can." And I removed that because people would get to that message block and be like, "Ah, no, brother." And I got embarrassed, so I removed it. But this is the second or third level I made. The first level is actually New Katamari When is the name of the level. This is called The Bridge. I didn't read the level title. Imagine dying on the final jump. Embarrassing. Imagine dying on the final jump. I'm sweating. That was so embarrassing. Like, you can technically make it under that boulder there on the second bounce. Oh! Manifest your truth. Yeah, right. I'd play this if I could. I mean, Super Mario World ROM hacks are very popular. There's a very clear pipeline of hacks you can do that would get you to the point relatively quickly to be able to beat something like this. This is not necessarily a very difficult hack compared to some that are out there. If you can beat this level, you're kind of in the clear. This level is, especially that beginning. I love the way the beginning setup functions, but I also get that it's not very well made. I also had a lot of people say that it played like an early Kaizo hack, which I understand the meaning of that statement. And I think for a lot of people, like, that was a neutral statement. But for me personally, again, made this to satisfy my own happiness. For me personally, that's like a huge compliment. I love the vibe of that statement. There's a troll here. The idea is if you panic jump, you jump right into the fish. But we are not going to panic jump because we know it's coming. Okay. Yeah, so this is the first level I ever made, or the first half of this is the first level I ever made. And then I made this level. So, you know, I mean, most people were like, and this is his first hack, right? And it was just like, yep. And they were like, that makes sense. Honestly, fair. So, this pipe used to not go all the way down. but I extended it in the 1.2 update because what was happening was people would go up to that platform and then they would ride it back down thinking that that's where they were supposed to go, but it's not. Bad game design. You can't see where you're headed. You have to die to progress. I know it's bad design. It's fine. There's also some platforms back there that ideally you see and you go, oh, I can't get up there. And then you put that in your memory bank for later. Like, oh, there's a place up there that I can get to in the future. But not yet.
Now this is obviously gonna be your Kaiser block here. And then it's on the left. And then it's on the left. The only people who are gonna hit this Kaiser block are the people who think there's a Kaiser block. And then you expect it on the right side, of course. Oh. Fucking got him. Now we do get an H, right? H.
Do you think this was an early level in the development of this hack? I feel like it's got elements of things that I see in like newer, people that are new to making stuff. It's a very basic level. Well, the Kaiser block's going to be outlined, but it's okay. I think they're not supposed to be able to go up there.
Oh, lobo. Dude.
I'm telegraphing to the player here that they go up. Oh, they go down. A lot of people messed that up. That's embarrassing. A lot of people messed that up and paused before they reached the bottom and like got upset. Not upset, like they sort of called it out. And then they had a good laugh when they unpaused and it turns out that everything's fine. Just a little, a cheeky little anti-troll, you know? Huh! So we go through the door. This section, also kind of bad. Just in terms of, I actually really love this section, but I don't think I telegraph very well whatsoever to the player where they're supposed to be and when they're supposed to be there and what they're supposed to use and when they're supposed to use it. So that's on me. I didn't think we were gonna make that.
One, two. Oh. Okay.
That jump is like really also kind of rude because you move like a couple pixels faster than the bullet bills there. And I'm forcing you to go below them at a very precise moment so that you catch back up and you can use both of them to make it to the end. And I don't set it up really well, but it plays as like kind of frustrating because you're like, where am I even supposed to fucking be?
This is what I meant when I said that when you play a hack, you end up understanding how the creator plays this game, what types of jumps they make. What are their regrabs? When do they happen? Because they create things for what they can beat, right? And the way they play. So it's like, oh, it's very transparent. This player plays really different from what I do. So it's really hard for me to adapt to the very short regrabs that he constantly makes.
You can't go this way. There must be a switch somewhere else. Yeah, can't progress. A lot of people got here after they could progress, because most like ROM hack players see a red tile and immediately look for the secret exit, which is totally valid. How many SMW hacks did you play or otherwise consume to get to the point where you became interested in making one yourself? Honestly, not that many. Which is also probably part of why, for like, you know, seasoned hack players, that this played like an early hack, is because I didn't play that many. And it's just like one of those things. I mean, y'all know this. I only stream once a week. I don't have a lot of time to stream. So I think if I was like a full-time streamer, I would have at this point played a lot more hacks. But I just like didn't have the time for it. But I did know I wanted to make a hack, and so it was like the desire to make a thing superseded the desire to consume more of the thing. Which is part of why this is the way it is. But that's okay. Fuck's sake. I did have this secret exit at the ending of the level in the first version, but I got a decent bit of feedback from several people that was like, that's like really offensive, or not as offensive, it's just rude to the player, especially on a level that most people have sort of said they didn't like compared to the rest of the levels. Again, probably just because it's one of the first levels I made. No fucking shot I go in the middle. But I decided to move it. And I kind of telegraph it. I don't, if you're like a hack player, you might have seen it. But yeah, I moved it out from the end of the level just because that's like not great level design. Oh, struggling. And instead I kind of integrated it. Oh my god. Hi, Mira.
Newsflash, buddy.
Newsflash, buddy. You got another thing coming. Mira, thanks for the resub. I appreciate you. And thanks for gifting it. Razzle dazzle. Appreciate y'all. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Everything's fine. So yeah, it's generally frowned upon to put secrets after the checkpoint, but such is life. So it's right here. This is the only instance of this tile being utilized in the level. So it's like my attempt at sort of being like, hey, there's something here. And to make it real easy, up there where you can't see, there's a door and a pipe. So if you just hold left, you go through, but if you just happen to stop and press up, you also get in. And we get an R. And in the 1.2, this is in most cases people's first instance of like recognizing that there's a puzzle. And I just baked it into the secret exit so that you're forced to come in contact with it, so that you know, okay, hey, there's something in the game that I'm meant to be searching for. And I felt like that was like a good way of, you know, kind of integrating the puzzle a little bit better.
Goodness gracious, that was insane. Oh my gosh, I was so close to death so many times. But we made it out.
People hated this section as well. Which I'm not sorry for. I actually really like this section. Okay. Yeah, I'm learning that like ROM hack players don't like random. There's a couple of things that are random in this hack. There's a boo circle in this level I'm about to start, which is called SS Switch Wreckage.
Everyone knows about all. Oh, he knows. Alright. Nikono has earned my respect.
I thought it would be interesting. Like, one of the first things I did is I built out like the lore of the world. And one of the ideas I had was like, let's make the half of it that didn't actually end up getting done was I wanted to make a Switch Palace that was incomplete. So you go through the Switch Palace, and then it's just a normal level. Like, there's not actually a switch there. And then the thought was that in this level, you would actually find the switch. And the idea is that, you know, like when they were constructing the kingdom, you know, can't think and talk. They went to basically construct the Switch Palace, and, you know, they're delivering the Switch to the palace to finish construction because the Mushroom Kingdom, I don't know, built the Switch somewhere else. And it didn't make it. The ship crashed, and so we're here to kind of like retrieve it, basically. That was the idea, at least. And I don't know, it's just a ROM hack, but I do think sometimes in terms of like game design, even if your game doesn't have lore, writing out a little bit of lore I think is really useful. This is like game design 101, and I'm not the person who should be delivering this information. I'm not an authority, but I think it's useful to build out that lore because it helps you know what decisions to make. It's like the story helps you kind of like make design and aesthetic choices. I see you messaged Mocha. Fuck! Using level design to tell a story. Yeah, it's super tough. And I feel like I started it, and because I sort of like dialed back the scope of the hack, it ended up not totally happening. But I do still think that those decisions, at the very least, help you make creative level design decisions. Like, even if the player ultimately doesn't necessarily get that story from the hack, fuck's sake, there is at least like a decision made on my end in terms of like why I made the decision I made, if that makes sense. Again, not a particularly profound thing. Like, pretty much everyone who makes games talks about that. And as someone who's trying to make video games myself, it was a fun design challenge. Oh, thank God. This section, kind of mid. I do really like it, but again, it's another one where I didn't really like... 1.2 is better. I definitely made some improvements that help, but the telegraphing to the player what you're supposed to do is really important in hacks, and I don't do that well. I just don't do it well. The Mushroom Kingdom has neglected their Switch production in the last few decades. Hard to outsource their tech. Yeah, right. I also made this jump more forgiving. Oh, we're gonna die. Oh no, oh no. Princess Peach has been heavily relying on building up the service sector. Classic. Classic monarchy shit, you know? Also, if you get too far ahead, I forget what those are called. Someone will tell me. It'll despawn. And it's not hard to go fast enough for it to despawn.
I don't believe you. I'm going over here. Oh, I should have believed you.
Okay, secret. I'm showing you everything. A lot of people thought that there'd be a secret over here. There's just an F. F's in the chat. Fucking troll. It's interesting how to find that balance of telegraph without hand holding. Yeah, right. And that is one where like playtesting is really important, because after watching like a couple people play, it was like immediately I knew like 5 things I wanted to change. Like for most levels, it was like, okay, I need to change this, I need to change this, I need to change this. Yo, what's up, Ken? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So you go up here. Oop. The other thing I did that no one acknowledged this out loud that I know of, but I put the same music in here as I did in the puzzle rooms or in the secret rooms. And again, that's like another way that I was like trying to telegraph to the player, like, hey, these are linked. This is a keyword cipher. And a few people had a lot of fun with this. It was actually really cool. There were a few folks who like solved it with their chat. It was a lot of fun. But it's also like too long. I should have only made this one block of text, like 2 blocks. Most people got here and they were already like, oh brother, here we go. And then they'd get to the second one and they were just mad. It's like, sorry. So I added this to sort of soften the blow. It says, as an avid puzzle solver, Mario recognizes this as a keyword cipher. But what is it for? I guess we'll find out later. And then this takes us to the Switch storage room. It's back in the back of the ship. No yump. And again, most people got here and they were like, what is the Cave Mountain Pass? Because they just like, they haven't even played that level yet. Which is totally fair. I don't know why actually I do know why the graphics glitch out when that happens, but I never fixed it. I couldn't be bothered. Not sorry. And now we can progress.
Oh! I don't think there's anything up there, chat.
Yeah, I'm always on the lookout for secrets. Come here, you. I thought so. Oh shit, that's not a secret at all. Oh, all right, now you're done for. Now I'm in the walls.
I will go back and find all the secrets for the keyword cipher. I will show that. But I'm kind of playing this in the progression that I envisioned, which is not at all what ultimately ended up happening. Which is totally valid. I did envision that people would have different pathways.
I knew someone that thought this was... Even though the song is called Canned Heat, I guess they didn't know like that's what it was called. They just heard it and I thought it was saying, I've got candy in my heels. So now that I've said that, hopefully you remember that and think about it when you listen to this song.
Dang it! Oh no. I think Hakun knows the keyword. Is that your own message in in the cipher text? Dang it. Maybe. I don't know what it says. Oops, all bangers. Okay. Then we go here. Very good. Then we go here. Dang it! Oh my god. I have not played Super Mario World since I finished the hack. I closed it and I have not played it since. And it shows. This is rough. There we go. Make it! Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay, we will look at this secret. Nice.
I'm proud of you for getting here. Are you kidding? That's... Thanks, Dad.
Ah. Oh. Ah. Really?
Not even a clue.
A lot of people thought this would be a secret. I'm proud of you for getting here. I thought it was hilarious. Other people didn't. Yeah, and then this is the secret. And I show this because a lot of people got here and they were like, "Oh, there's more up there. I want to go up there." And it was a coin toss of whether or not they went through the pipe or went up. But if you go through the pipe, it resets the vine, so you can't go up. You can go back through. That is something I added. But you can't get up there. You have to go back through the first part. Stay hydrated, y'all. There's a couple really funny clips from that text box. In pre-version 1, I actually made this section optional because I don't like this section. I think it's bad. I think it's a bad section. But what's funny is I went back, I removed the skip, and I just made this section less difficult, and now I don't hate it. There's one jump that I wish I would have changed for version 1.2. I will point that out. It's kind of slow. It's kind of a precision section. I had a vision for this section, and I ended up not really doing it. Oh my god. Remember in the first level when it was like, you have to be able to do shell jumps to beat this hack? Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. The camera's also not great. I have since learned of some patches that would improve the camera so you can see where you're going a little bit better. Okay. This jump right here. A lot of people got here and they assumed that you needed the Koopa to make it to the next part because the level telegraphs that to the player, and then you just flat out don't need it. Bad game design. Oh my god. Embarrassing. So I definitely saw at least 2 or 3 deaths there from folks that were like kind of unfair. They were just like deaths from thinking the level telling you needed to do something and then you not needing to do that thing, which is not great. Okay. Yeah, you just don't need it. Oh my god, I made it. I made it and then I walked off. Everything's fine. Okay. This game is also kind of a test. Like there are two major jokes. My two favorite parts are just these two jokes I make. And I really make the player go through a lot before I reveal those jokes. Not the best decision in hindsight. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna wait this out. So yeah, there used to be a skip. It would just take you right up to the top here, and then you would go through this pipe, and then the end of the level. A lot of people were afraid that you'd die here, that this was like a ending troll. It definitely makes it seem like it. I just thought it was funny looking for Mario to walk off the ledge at the exact moment that it ended. Again, not great game design though. Okay. This level got a lot of changes. Camera's still not great. I did all of that without even being able to see it. If this is your first play, you just flat out cannot do that. But for all the changes I made to this level in terms of like how you go through it and me trying to telegraph to the player when you should and shouldn't do things, it still wasn't enough. There's just some sections that are a little confusing that if I was gonna drop an update, I would definitely do some more time, spend some more time fussing with. I bet there's a way to add some kind of humor if you try this again. Yeah, I think what I would do is just add more humor more quickly. A lot of people thought you were supposed to use this P-switch immediately. Yeah, I would definitely just add more humor more quickly. If you're fast enough, you can just jump and go for it, and you immediately hit the P-switch. But I was not fast enough. Be more funny, yeah. I'm not funny enough. That's the TLDR. But yeah, this is another section where it's like the setup I think is cool, but it's not one that I think is telegraphed to the player very well. I did fix this pillar right there, the one immediately to the left of Mario. I brought it over more, and that forces the player to move to the left of the saw. And it's like little stuff like that that significantly improves the vibe. And without it, people were going to the right of the saw, and that messes up the spawn timing of this little guy. Shit. And then you can't complete the jump. I saw a lot of people get stuck there really badly, so I knew I needed to fix that one up a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that just like would need to get completely reworked, to be honest. Shoot. Which is totally valid. Not a big deal. Not something I'm really that hurt about. I had a great time. You know what sucks? I had a great time watching people play my hack even when they were having a bad time, which is kind of messed up. Okay, I am gonna go grab this secret. Since it's right here, it's at the very end. This is one that I should have updated. I should have moved it to earlier in the level, but I just loved this one too much. A lot of people came through here and they were like, wait, what? And then they would sit and wait, and then they would see that the rocks are bouncing on those stars, and I think that was enough for them to kind of like telegraph, oh, I see what's happening. I was kind of proud of that idea. I don't know that it's like the best idea, but I just love this. It was also not uncommon for people to like just stand here and then the rocks would start going on nothing and they'd be like, wait, can I go over there? You can. Now we have an S. So I think we have AIS right now. It was interesting how the game changed with more skilled players playing the game. Yeah. Different skill levels also. It's interesting, like the people who were like too good at the game, I feel like had a less good time. They had a less good time. I needed people who like matched my skill level almost, which is kind of funny. Okay. This is an extremely subtle nod, but I felt like the title of this is meant to be a nod to Pokemon. Because we have the Pokemon music at the start of the game. Someone's castle. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. It's so subtle. I didn't expect anyone to get that. But that is why I titled it that. Oh, I should have recorded this. Now I'm gonna have to pull the Twitch VOD. And the video quality is gonna be lower. Sorry, YouTube. Hollow Knight music for the win. I'm really proud of the castle. I think the second section is like really messed up. This is a 1.2 update. Hey, that's all. I just wanted you to stop here for a sec so you didn't jump to your death. A lot of people jumped here immediately. So I was just like, how do I force them to stop here? Message block. Exactly. It's like, I'm really late to responding to this, but it's like a different game to people who are really good at ROM hacks. Like, they're just operating on another level. And I'm not, and that's okay. I ain't got time for that. Okay, okay. I also appreciate the message block because I feel like it's my humor. A few people thought that was kind of funny, and that's like the intent, is for it to be kind of like silly.
Oh, that is dirty.
A lot of people laughed at that as well, which I appreciated. The pencil kind of like sucks you in, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone die to the pencil, which is the intent. I don't want you to die to it. I just want you to be a little bit freaked out. Video games can be fun? No, I hate video games. Me? I only want my video games to be hard and infuriating. Yeah, this section, I could have cut this, to be honest with you, and just made you go straight to this section, which people will either loved or hated. Oh, hey, it's Jeff. Yeah. Oh yeah. I originally was gonna leave in the regular Super Mario World credits where it like gives you the roll call. And I started adding names, and the little program I was using to add names clearly was broken because it basically made all of the wow, I can't speak. The roll credits into a just like epilepsy warning mind fuck. And I was like, I literally can't leave this in. It's so offensive. It was like actually a problem. It was so bad. And it's just because it was like glitched out really bad. And I learned later that when you do this stuff, if you do any editing to sprite sheets, you have to make new linkages. Like, you can't leave in, like, you can't modify the original files. And I did a lot of modifying of the original files rather than making a new one and linking to the new one. And the reason is because even if the levels look okay, there's all these other places where that data being where it's supposed to be is actually like mission critical, e.g. the credits. So even the fact that I had modified that stuff, like, it broke the end credits. I can't beat my own level. So that was a lesson learned, but I learned it as I was putting finishing touches on version 1. And I was like, there's absolutely no chance I'm making these changes right now. There's no chance. I'm not doing it. So anyways, all of that to say, I pulled all of y'all in the chat room on the Twitch to help me come up with funny names. And one of them was Jeff for Monty Moles. And then the mini ones were Jeff's kids. Jeff's stepkids, I think. But nobody gets to see that joke. Because it ended up just being a huge, huge epilepsy concern, I think. And I even at one point thought, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just put a warning. You know, like, hey, epilepsy warning, make sure you... And then I was like, why am I opting to leave something in that's just like so offensive and low-key kind of dangerous? Not to be too dramatic, but I actually really like the credits now. So it was a net positive. What is going on? Okay, let's see if we can beat this before the ad break. Or we'll take a break for that. Nothing a little movie magic can't fix for the YouTubes. Okay. I am bad at this level. I am just bad at this level. I saw some incredible glitches as well on that staircase that I did not know were even possible. People like fell through those stairs.
There we go. Gotta get enough height off of that. What the heck? Janky hack, mate.
It was pretty funny. For me. It's just because I built the stairs wrong. But that's okay. All's well that ends okay. And what's interesting is like a few people, like after they got the glitch, they like couldn't not get it. Oof. I didn't think I made that. Okay. No! Shit. Once you no clip, you can't not clip. Exactly. I am kind of at a point where I've played my own hack too much. I've played my own hack too much. I'm over it. Which is kind of hilarious. Okay. Okay.
Pendejo. Lol.
And then a couple trolls here. First, you got to jump before you go, and I of course land on it. There's a Kaizo block there that prevents you from getting the door. And of course, I hit it. I know it's there. Still hit it. Kind of embarrassing. Sick of your own shit? Yeah, honestly, it's kind of comeuppance, huh? I made so many people play this and suffer. And now I have to play it and suffer. One last time. For the gram. At least the music's good. That was something I definitely heard at least once. I don't know. I think art school has made me immune to like criticism, which I think is part of what made this like so viable for me. But yeah, I definitely heard at least one person say, at least the music's good. Which I think is hilarious. It's such a hilarious take to me. Okay. Okay, thanks for your sacrifice. You're welcome. Oh my god! I want it to be known that I have beaten everything in this hack. I beat everything in every version of the game that I put out. Multiple times. I was not the kind of person to drop stuff without testing it. I refuse. Okay. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. All right, where's the dev door? Where's the dev door? Just kidding. I'm out of practice. There was a time where I beat Celeste.smc in like 40 minutes. And now I can't even beat my own hack. Probably because Celeste MC is like actually a well-made hack, but that's a different story. Why do people choose ROM hacks over Mario Maker? I don't know. I definitely think part of it is like you sort of have like a full release type vibe. And like even in Mario Maker, they did add the like worlds where you could make like a world of levels. And I definitely saw a lot of people engage with that like what do I want to call it? Oh my god, I didn't hold jump. That format? But I think a huge part of it is honestly like you have way more control, and some of the stuff that people do in ROM hacks is like truly incredible. But I do think a big part of it is that like this is kind of a self-contained thing. So not only do you have more control, it's self-contained. So like when you know Nintendo decides, hey, we're shutting down the servers, which will happen eventually. The Mario Maker 1 servers are down, like they're gone, pretty sure. Like your ROM hack isn't going to go anywhere. It's a freestanding download. It'll always be available to play. And I think that with the added control is just a huge sell for people. You can put any background you want, make any sprite you want. You can make custom ASM, completely new sprites. And I think there's just so many people who love the Super Mario World, like, jump physics. That holds a lot of people and carries the vibe. Because, like, one counter that I kind of have is, like, why don't people just make their own games? And it's like, well, making your own game is really hard. And honestly, the most difficult part of making a game like this is the jump physics. And Mario's jump physics are like extremely complex, extremely robust. And so I think most people are just like, I'll just make a hack. Like even in the little bit of game dev that I've done for like one of the long-term projects I have, the number of variables that I have introduced into the like physics calculations that I'm trying to do for the character and like how the character moves and functions and flows, it's like 10 plus variables. And that's not to say that I'm doing it the right way. I don't know. But I will say that's a lot of variables. Please. Oh my god. Ah! Can't be my own level. At this point, it's just embarrassing. There's all, oh, that's also very true. Yeah, you have a built-in community with an assumed skill set and assumed expectations. Like, even for how kind of average I would say this hack is, it's got like over 400 downloads. You know, like the community of people who play these things is massive. Like, it's very easy to look at like, you know, Twitch or streaming or content creation and be like, wow, there's not that many people playing these things. And it's like, for every one person who played this hack on a stream or a YouTube video, at least that I saw, I'm sure there were some that I missed, there were like at least 40 more who downloaded it and played it in their own time. That's like pretty impressive. Just in, not like, I'm not saying like it's impressive that my hack did that. It's impressive that the community is that robust. People love this stuff. Me being one of them. Oh. Okay. Oh my god. What an embarrassing jump to die to. Mm-hmm. No! Okay. Come on. We got more to see, y'all. Let's see it already. Okay. Oh, thank God. You made it. Great work, but you won't find what you're looking for. I was hoping you'd have found my secrets by now. I found 3. Uncovered their meaning. Fake door. There's nothing here for you. I love this as a screenshot. I think this is beautiful. It's also the background of my phone, as some of y'all might know. Yeah, I have a background on my phone that just says there's nothing here for you because I spent too much time on my phone. So this is, you're supposed to get stuck here, and I should have figured out a way to hide the secret exit better, because most people got here and they just went
Here? Thanks for finding this place. Sick! Let's go! That's so cool.
And if we're YOLO left. 1 second. You need to... I forgot what button jumps in Super Mario World.
well, what's over here? And the secret exit is over here. The secret exit's over here. But you haven't solved the keyword cipher, so you're not really supposed to know this is here. But again, I didn't really hide it that well. So that's valid. It's totally fine. We will find the rest of the secrets after this. You do technically get an identical cycle if you die first before you take on this boss. But I might as well try, you know? On the third hit, you have to be to the left so that you can go on this cloud. That's how you beat that. Not a particularly hard boss. Also not a particularly profound boss. Wendy fights are very common. There were at least a few people who were like snarky about that. It's like, I don't care. I wanted to make a Wendy fight. I like a constraint. Like, I think a lot of people who play hacks and play tons of hacks are tired of the same gimmicks. But I did the gimmicks that were easy. You found the boss hidden in the castle and have defeated them. As you destroy the castle, something glimmers from in the rubble. So then you would come into Castle Rubble. Again, before we go there, let's find the rest of the secrets we haven't found. We have I and S. They're in these levels sort of in order. So we're gonna grab the secret from in here. Because again, you know, if the player noticed it, you can also technically see it a little bit at the peak of that jump if you're looking. But hopefully the player would remember, oh, there were red blocks, red switch blocks in that one section. Let's go back there. And then you come up here. And we have our A. So now we have, I think we had the R actually. So we have R, A, I, S. Okay. We can quit out. Let's get this one. So you'll notice in this level, there's a ceiling. There's a continuous ceiling. This is like pretty subtle, but I do think I'm gonna pat myself on the back here. I think I telegraphed this pretty well. I think most people who went looking for the secrets did manage to find this one pretty easy. Wendy, more like mid-knee. Yeah, right. I don't know. People hate a Wendy fight. I don't know why. So you go above the ceiling here. The ceiling opens up and you literally, Mario goes off the screen. So in my mind, that was pretty decently telegraphed. So now we have R, A, X, I, S. And there's basically 6 levels that you can re-enter without any like special, there are technically ways to re-enter castles and switch palaces. But all of the levels that like you can naturally re-enter have a secret, and that was part of the idea. Was like if there's a secret in every level, then there's no confusion. There's no confusion about like where you can and can't go to find a secret. So the last one's in here. And this one was interesting. I saw a lot of different strategies to get to this, and a lot of strategies that I didn't anticipate. This was my anticipated way of getting up here. A lot of different people got up there a lot of different ways, which was kind of neat. So now I have an P. So we have the whole thing now, right? It's Praxis. So basically, once you get the keyword, you can solve the keyword cipher by putting Praxis at the start of the alphabet. And then doing the rest of the alphabet and then rewriting it. Basically, the two paragraphs say, at the end of the level, make a leap of faith to the left, which we've already done. And then the second half of the text tells you to find Yoshi hiding between two bushes in the tutorial level. So the idea is that by the time you're here, you already know that. But in case you got here without knowing that, I put this in. It says, if you made it here and did not solve the keyword cipher, you will have to solve it to find Yoshi. There are 6 secret rooms to find. So we've done that. No music in this section, which weirded a lot of people out. That was kind of the point. I wanted this to be kind of a weird situation.
Got to be one of my favorite ports, this one.
And this is jank. This is just like jank to the jank degree. But that's on purpose. Like, I literally can't even do this jump. If I would just not try to do it fancy, everything would be fine. But this is meant to look like the castle rubble. That's why the level is called that. Oh my god. This is kind of hilarious. Embarrassing. Okay, we're not gonna do it fancy this time. Perfect. So there's a green switch here, and this is actually literally just here as a knowledge checkpoint. Even if you launched the game on a clean save file and you went straight into the tutorial and you found Yoshi, you would not be able to get him until you hit that green switch. And honestly, the main reason I did that was for, like, if anyone ever potentially thought to speedrun the game, I liked the idea that any percent would actually, like, show the game. Because without that checkpoint, you would basically be able to come in here and find Yoshi and go straight to the ending. You skip the entire hack. You would just skip the entire hack.
Oh, that's it. It's actually it. All right, awesome. You know what? They weren't kidding when they put the yellow coin there.
Which maybe I should have left that in. Maybe that would have been funny. But I'm not going to read the tutorial here. It's just teaching you some pretty basics. And then at the end, like we talked about, there's a shell jump. We talk a little bit about regrabs. We talk about Kaizo blocks. And yeah, I literally only made this because of the sort of like context of like in person, like having people play this game in person. Like I had a whole setup that I took to school and was letting people play. And this level alone was enough of a challenge for most people.
Or secrets within secrets. Please vacate my wetlands. No, you're not killing me though. 6 bullets, I'm not supposed to jump over that. But hi, Shrek.
Aha! Please vacate my wetland.
Okay, you go through here, it's a door. And this is one of the changes I made, actually. I took one of my favorite jokes that was super hidden, and I put it in here. And if you just go left, you find a door, but ideally you go to the right here. And you find Shriek. Dollar Store Shrek. Oh, thank you. Beat me to it. Because the licensing for Shrek is just, you know, way too expensive. So he says, please vacate my wetlands. Which I think is hilarious. And then if you come closer, he's really not messing around. He's like, no, vacate my wetlands. And then because you're forced to move to the right, you find the door. That is the intended strategy there. There's not a way to force the player to the right that I really wanted to bother building in. Like, I didn't want to put bullets or anything. I just wanted the player to go to the right. And if they don't find Shriek, they don't find Shriek. A few people didn't. It's okay. But when you don't, this text box makes no sense, which is totally fine. But it says, sorry about the ogre. He somehow got in here and seems to think he owns the place. Let's go before he comes back. So then you take Yoshi and you leave. And again, because ideally at the beginning of the game, you found this secret. And if you didn't, sorry, I'm not a great game designer, but you can use Yoshi to get up here and continue. So yeah, we've officially made it to the end game. More changes to be had here. In the 1.0 version, the only way you could find the other secret that I'm really proud of is if you just happened to go to the left here, which is kind of jank. I don't think that's... Yeah, not ideal, but that's okay. So you come in here, and because of the way I have it set up, because I don't want you to find this anymore right here, I just blocked it all off and gave you a way to die, and I put a text box that says, Luigi yells from afar. Mario, you're early. Come back at the end of the next level. So if you do happen to find this, I'm hoping it builds intrigue. You're like, well, what's that about? So then we get to this level. I'm still powdering up. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's new. Didn't know that was possible. I did make that jump better, was what I was about to say. And clearly I only moved the goalpost. Okay, here's the next instance of the text block pause force. Jump out to that coin, but come back, okay? Luigi has a special treat for you at the end of this level. I saw so many people jump out to this and then die immediately that I was just like, all right, I'm just going to tell the player exactly what to do.
Got me. You fucking got me. God damn it. Okay.
And then I'm gonna further call attention to our Yoshi that our Luigi that we're very curious about. So yeah, that's a big change. That secret used to be really hard to find, and I basically was just like, this secret is too good. I'm way too proud of this to have it be missed. I consider myself Luigi curious. Shoutouts to Luigi, man. Always getting the short end of the stick. Okay. This is another huge change. There used to be a dropper section here that was just bad. It was unequivocally bad. Everyone I saw play it hated it because you just kept dying because you had to die to know where to go. So I got rid of it and just sent you straight to Yoshi. It is still a dropper here, but the lava is really forgiving.
No! Nah. Oh, yes! Okay.
And then a relatively tight jump at the end here that I think is super fun. This is one of my favorite sections. It's not necessarily good. I just love how it plays when you get the right RNG. I love the way these footballs work. Again, not necessarily great. Like, I saw a lot of different people have a lot of different experiences playing this section.
Please. Thank you.
But once it lines up, I just think it looks good. It doesn't flow great. It was just fun to make. A little bit of a block break section there. And then this section... This section is so frustrating because these footballs really want to go high sometimes. And again, what used to be very secret, very hidden.
It's it's Luigi pole dancing there.
Luigi did have a special surprise for me at the end of the level.
That's a pole dancing Luigi.
Good job. Yeah, good job on that. Thanks. I'm glad I didn't miss that. Yeah, there's nothing in the rules that says a Luigi can't pole dance in an exit that's not an exit.
I just give it to you. I'm way too proud of this. I think this is the thing I'm most proud of in this hack. So at some point during the time that I was making the hack, Mocho actually hit me up and was like, have you seen this GIF? And it's like a high-res GIF animation of Mario pole dancing. And I was like, that's incredible. So I rebuilt it at like 16 by 16 pixels. I brought it into Lunar Magic. I animated it in Lunar Magic, and I put it in a level. And it took like 6+ hours. Animating in Lunar Magic is not intuitive, and this was the first time I had ever tried. So worth it. So worth it. Oh, I love it so much. Like, this could be a level alone, I feel like. This could be its own level. Or like a background. I feel like this would make a great like computer background. In fact, screenshot. If you get any negative reaction to this one, I did have one person find it and their reaction was, what the fuck? And it didn't necessarily read to me as like endearing, but more like, no, like what the actual fuck. But by and large, everyone that I saw seemed to appreciate the humor of it. Again, though, like I said before, I do think it's like kind of a mistake that I backloaded all of the like best humor of the hack, because like Shrek Shriek happens right before you get secret exit. In the hidden pathway, you get the next good joke, and the rest of the best humor of the game is in the final level. Not my best play, but I think it's also just because I finally settled in and I realized what I wanted to make.
And soon I will have to get back to working on my thesis. Nico, how is the thesis going? Is this true? It's not true. You've been here watching the stream. That's not working on the thesis.
Your journey has nearly come to an end. Soon I will have to get back to working on my thesis. Okay, one of my favorite reactions to this text, I was watching somebody play, and his immediate response was, "What are you talking about? You're here with us watching me play this right now." I was like, shut up. The call out was strong. Okay, let me load up the final boss for you. People loved the door. I'm so proud of this door.
Ooh, nice door. Nice door. Nice door. Whoa. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the Dino internet game.
No internet. Oh shit, this is the Google thing. This is really cool though. Try checking the network connected Wi-Fi running Windows. Internet Disco. This is very cool.
Como el de Google.
And people loved this for the most part. I think some people didn't know what it was, but most people who knew what it was were like, oh my god, this is so cute. This is so clever. And I am pretty proud of this. And since this is a developer commentary.
Oh, I jumped. Oh wait, you gotta undock. Ouchie, I so weak.
Have you or a loved one been experiencing symptoms such as coughing, wheezing, or shortness of breath? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I hope you get better.
I hope you get better.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Kind of a weird reference, but that is technically why I said I'm sorry in the downpipes if you accidentally go through them. Bada boop. Oh, 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 oh. Good stuff. Yeah, honestly, I feel like the best work I did was on the final boss. That was super cool, thank you. I think it's like, that's actually one of the earlier parts of the game that I made. I just didn't know where to put it. And then I had this idea for the final boss, and I was gonna make a ton of different rooms, but I couldn't. I had a huge list of ideas that I brainstormed with chat, but I couldn't figure out how to implement any of our ideas. So we didn't use a lot of them. Okay, so my narrative to the player. Where'd you go? Most people at that point were like, what are you talking about? But like also kind of understood because they were like, oh, weird. Sorry, I must have lost internet. This should be the door. A lot of people thought there'd be something over here, so I put a wall.
I had no internet. Oh, weird. Sorry, I must have lost internet. This should be the door. I don't believe you anymore. There's a wall there.
There is actually another secret that we missed. Or maybe we haven't found it yet.
Route 1, Pallet Town, Viridian City. This is very interesting, I must say.
I'm very proud of this. This took a couple hours. I think this is hilarious. So we made Route 1 in Pokemon Pallet Town to Viridian City. And I set up the beginning of this such that you can't jump out of here. So I'm hoping that the telegraphs to the player you can hit up on these little weeds to be able to get out of here. So that tells the player, okay, these weeds are vines. But even if you don't get that, the trainers that are trying to kill you are technically spawning in such a way that you can use them to progress. A lot of really positive reactions to this as well. I was pretty proud of this. I thought this was hilarious. I'm very proud of this. No! And what's funny is, like, it's very vanilla. Like, this is not very Kaizo. Like, this is not any harder than, like, some of the levels in actual Super Mario World. But because there's, like, just enough randomization and just enough, like, weirdness to it that I saw a lot of deaths in here. Which it wasn't necessarily made to be hard or made to be a thing that you would die to. It's just part of it's. I'm trying to contribute to the meme of, like, I don't want to go back and work on my thesis. I want to keep playing Mario. Oh my god. Please. There we go. Also saw some deaths to that up pipe, which I was quite pleased with. Okay, there's a secret somewhere in the final level that I need to find. Why are you back here? I'm trying to work. It's like I'm back working on my thesis. RIP. The final boss? Oh, yeah, okay. Third time's the charm, right? I think it's here. I haven't seen anyone find this. It's so dumb. Me too, yeah. One in the chat if you miss Luigi and Shriek. Oh, I did. There was a German streamer that played the game, and at some point in the final boss, one of their viewers was like, "What the hell is this? Is this Dadaism?" Which, as an art school kid, I thoroughly appreciated. And then, of course, it's a meme hack. We have to end with a Rickroll. It's required. Thank you for the ones. Oh my god. No! I saw a few people like two-shot this boss, and I'm very impressed by that because I personally find this boss to be very difficult. So you do have to... You have to get up... Shit. You have to get up on that platform before you kill the final Reznor, because the platform that I'm on right now disappears. If you kill Reznor, it despawns, which is like pretty standard Kaizo stuff. So many people were like, this platform's gonna disappear, right? But they like still went for the kill. And then they were like, yeah, I kind of saw that coming, which I thought was funny. It's like you called it out, but then didn't go for the save. Okay, this is the one. I can feel it. We got this. We're gonna wait. We can't go. Struggling? No! What a way to die. What a way to die. What a way to die. Gotta make you understand. Okay. Oof. Mario was in that hitbox. This jump is like just barely possible, and I find it very difficult. But I did manage it. There we go. Gaming! Let's go, gamers. Little Mario's feetsies peeking out at the top there. Okay, so that clears the pathway there, so we can save. And now, so in the original version, you could only find Luigi if you tried to go left and you went into that level before you beat the final boss. It was like supremely hidden, and I was like, nah, this is too hilarious. It says thanks for playing. We've got some cozy Minecraft music.
That was very fun. It was, you know, it was fairly short. It did leave me wanting more. I don't know. Look, they should have been working on their thesis. They made this instead. I appreciate that we got something fun to play. Look, I could stand to play more of Nikono's stuff.
I wonder if my mom is on the overworld somewhere. Oh, there she is. Hi, Mom. I saw that in Lunar Magic.
The credits. Also, a lot of people thought you could go right here. I had a few people say that I should remove the star because it's confusing. I don't care. I think it's pretty. And this final scene is literally just made to be pretty. But I wanted to match this aesthetically, the credits, so I made it look like you're on top of a mountain in the clouds. A special thanks to my Twitch community. That's you, my friends, and my partner. For chatting with me through development, for helping me brainstorm music, levels, secrets, and so much more. Bum, bum, bum. Y'all are the best. Y'all really are the best. Shoutouts to y'all. Gross. Thanks to SMW Central for all the invaluable info and resources. Also thanks to Barb and Dan of Most Trades for their Lunar Magic tutorial videos. Yeah, those videos were huge for me. I learned a lot, and that was enough of a foundation that I could move forward. I couldn't have made this janky little hack without y'all.
And sorry about the jank. You're not sorry. It's not bad. It's not that janky. It's a little janky here and there.
And sorry about the jank. I'm not sorry, actually. I'm actually not sorry. And thanks most of all to you for playing the game. I sincerely hope you had fun. Thanks, me. You're welcome, me. I did have fun. I wanted to make it so you go behind the cloud here. I couldn't figure it out. I gave up. If you didn't play, but you watched someone play, you're cool too. Hey, that's all y'all. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Now it's time to take a nap. But you didn't study. No nap. Thesis.
Now it's time to take a nap. The last line being extra, extra long, leading to a blurb about jank is pretty funny. Thank you. I see, like, little shit like that. I was kind of like keying in. I also love how this looks. Like, you go into the clouds, like you're taking a nap, and then the game ends. And at the end, it's like all clouds. I think that's so beautiful. A lot of people missed out on that, but that's okay. Yeah, there are a few instances of jank that I left in because I thought they were funny, and then like some people would find them and they would be like, "That's kind of broken." It's like, damn it, you're supposed to laugh. You're supposed to think it's funny. Nico's taking cloud naps in this economy. I know. We'll do the reset. See the beginning again. And that's the hack. That's the hack. Those are some of my decisions. These terms sure are mid. I didn't talk about that. If you made it this far, you get the extra lore. That was like I mentioned, I did legitimately work on this as part of like my grad school thesis experience, and I critted it. I had a midterm critique with this game, and when I put that text in, I thought it would be funny to sort of like talk trash on the midterm experience because it's been pretty mid sometimes. And I'm really happy to say that my group thought this was hilarious. There was one professor in particular that I like a lot, and they were like, the midterm joke is great. And I was like, thank you. Yeah, that's all I got. I made a hack. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope if you play it, you don't hate it, but maybe you hate it a little bit. And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. I'll see you soon.